Hi guys, here Chica Bunny here. So today's video is actually going to be my Anime Expo convention vlog, finally. So there's a lot that happened at this convention and I've actually recorded this video quite a few times already, but I keep forgetting things. So I made a list on my iTouch to help keep me on track here. So of course we're going to start with day 0. So day 0, I went and got my badge, which I'll show you guys now. I did not have to wait a long time for my badge because I got super lucky. I got in with a group of friends that got there fairly early in line, so we only had to wait a couple hours. I heard some people didn't get their badges till midnight, which is insane. I personally would never wait that long. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And then after that, I ended up doing some shopping for some stuff. And then we went to Little Tokyo, so that was cool getting to see that while I was there. It was a lot smaller than I expected. So it was pretty interesting. I think I kept confusing it with Japantown in San Francisco, since I've seen a lot of pictures of that because I have friends that have been there and whatnot. But Little Tokyo was still pretty cool. So day 1, I was cosplaying Asuka from Evangelion, school uniform version. I actually do have a cosplay print to show you guys, because I went and got my picture taken at the cosplay photographer's booth. I also bought an I Love Cosplay Photographers shirt because I do, seriously, without photographers taking my picture, you guys wouldn't get to really see much of my cosplays besides silly selfies and mirror photos. But yeah, so I actually did get a photo shoot with one of the cosplay photographers. So that was really exciting and I'm excited to see the pictures. It was actually a really chill day. I didn't have anything planned per se, so I just got to get familiar with everything for the convention and that was really nice. It wasn't hectic and it was just kind of surreal being there. I was like, really? I'm at Anime Expo? It's so crazy because AX was one of my dream conventions, and so just getting to be there was just a lot to absorb. So after I was Asuka, later in the day I changed into casual Usagi Tsukino. So I debuted my new Usagi wig and then I wore a cute pink dress with some heels to attend opening ceremonies, which I went to, and then after that back to the room and rest up for the next day. So on day 2 was pretty hectic. So I was actually going to be starting off the morning as Miku because I was trying to enter the Miku contest, cosplay contest, to win Miku Expo tickets. But I don't know if I was told the wrong time or I just thought it wrong, but I thought it was at 12 but it ended up being 11, so I ended up missing it. I didn't have an actual Miku cosplay to wear, so I brought my Galaxy Seifuku with me and that's what I wore along with my Miku wig. So I was pretty sad I missed that, but I ended up bringing my Space Dandy stuff with me, minus my wig, to change into later. My honey wig just got completely I styled it before I left Vegas and I didn't like how it got styled, and it just, through traveling and humidity stuff, it just got all kinds of wrong. So, and basically all it needs is to get washed and restyled, but I was like, I don't have time for this, so I'll just buy a wig at the convention. So I get to the convention, I find a wig, and I buy it, but I'm a little upset with myself because I spent $60 on a wig. But I was like, I would have been wanting to go to the Space Dandy panel that was, quite soon after that, and so I was like, I need my wig to be honey because I'm going to be meeting people from the show and whatnot. So I go to change in the restroom, but then I forgot my headband, which is kind of her staple accessory, and I was like, well, if I'm going to be meeting creators and people from the show, I want to look as perfect as possible. So after a bunch of fiasco with the shuttle and whatnot, by the time I got there and got it changed and everything ready, it was way far past when the panel was, and waiting at the hotel for the shuttle and everything, I kept getting harassed by disgusting old men, and it was not a fun experience. So finally, after the convention, I was like, okay, everything I wanted to do today, it just is not happening, so let's just roll with it and let's just wander around aimlessly and see what fun I have. So I ended up going to the dealer's hall that day and kind of exploring things. So I actually got to meet one of my favorite cosplayers, Yaya Han. It was really cool meeting her because I followed her since her early days, earlier 2000s, and so getting to meet her was really awesome. She was so sweet and she liked my cosplay and that meant a lot, and I got to take a picture with her and talk to her for a little bit. And then I also met Vampy, and I was really happy to meet Vampy because she's probably my favorite cosplayer just because how accurate she is with her cosplays and how down to earth she is, and so getting to meet her officially this time was really cool. And after missing my Space Dandy panel and stuff, I was really upset, and I just skipped this part. I should have added this before. But anyways, so sometime in between before I left the convention as Miku and when I got to my hotel to change into Honey, I lost my Space Dandy holster and clipboard. And I was really depressed because my friend Jason made it for me when we cosplayed Space Dandy at Otakon Vegas. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, this is such an integral part of the costume. Like, I'm so sad I lost this because somebody else made it for me. And like, oh my gosh, like, why? And so I tried tweeting out like, hey, if anybody finds this, please let me know. And of course, I never heard back. So if somebody out there picked up a Space Dandy clipboard and holster and you didn't say anything about it or you didn't turn it in, shame on you. But yeah, it was okay because in the dealer's hall I ended up running into the Space Dandy people whose panel I missed, and they tracked me. They like they were like, wait, like, can we have a photo? And then they're like, yeah, you know, where was Space Dandy, blah blah blah. And then I realized who they were, and I was like, oh, you want my picture? Thank you, like, thank you for liking my cosplay. Like, it's wow. And I was kind of like a little starstruck, and they're like, yeah, can we put it on the official Facebook and Twitter and, you know, whatnot. And I was like, wow, like, absolutely, please, like, here's my card, thank you. Which they did, so that was really cool. And so I think things kind of worked out. Like, I didn't get to go to the panel, but I met them anyways. Also, earlier in the day, I did get to meet a Dandy cosplayer from Japan, and he was amazing and awesome to talk to, and it was cool getting to take pictures together, and that was a lot of fun. I also, while I was in the dealer's hall, I went to the Funimation booth because they had a Space Dandy set up, and this time around they hired actual models to promote the Space Dandy thing, and they had them use the official licensed Japanese costumes, and I thought they were hilarious because they are so conservative. Like, the stomach is covered, like, everything is covered, and I was like, but it's boobies and everything is supposed to be out and it's supposed to be skimpy. But so that was kind of interesting getting to do that and see those costumes. And then I also did get to do the Sailor Moon stamp rally that day because I didn't want to wait till Sailor Moon Day when it was going to be absolute chaos, which is actually got this little card, and then you go around to different booths in the dealer's hall to collect stamps in order to get this, the special limited edition only available at Anime Expo Sailor Moon coin, and I hope my camera is zooming in on this correctly. And then there's the back. But pretty darn cool to have this. These are actually going up for a couple $100 on eBay now, which is crazy to me that you would sell this, but just knowing I have something worth that much is kind of exciting. Yeah, and then let's see, next thing. Oh, I did get to do a photo shoot with Honey as well, with the same photographer I did with Asuka, so I'm excited to see those photos. And then afterwards, after I was kind of done doing all my stuff and whatnot, when I went to South Hall for like the who knows amount of time, I got stopped for photos, like a bunch of photos, and it was crazy and awesome, and I'm so glad Honey was well received because that was my most skimpy costume that weekend, and while I'm not like insecure wearing that costume, still it's kind of like I don't know how people are gonna receive it, and it was very well received, so I'm so glad Honey got a lot of love, especially because that was my first time being Honey at a convention, because last time I was the blue-haired boobies waitress, so getting to be Honey was pretty cool, especially because there was other Space Dandy cosplayers. So that was day 2. Now day 3 was a very long but very awesome day. Best day of the convention that entire weekend. So I started off with the official Sailor Moon panel, which was pretty early. Oh, I had to get up early. I wanted to be there at 8:30 in the morning, but I didn't get there till like 9:15ish because by the time I got up and got ready, the shuttle never came to my hotel. There was so many problems with the shuttle in my hotel, I can't even tell you. But anyway, so me and a group of cosplayers ended up walking, so I was like, I need to get there on time because that's kind of one of the biggest events they have, and I was like, I need to make sure I get in. And then I ended up getting in line with Moony friends, which was awesome. I got to meet a lot of Sailor Moon people I've been talking to for years, and so getting to meet them finally in person was really awesome. So went to the Sailor Moon panel. I love the new dub. I love Sailor Moon Crystal. It was just the energy in there was just so infectious and so magical and wonderful, and I can't even, like, it's kind of one of those you kind of had to be there to understand. Like, it's just so many feels, guys. So I did get this awesome poster that they gave out at the event, and it's signed by all the new cast from the dub. And then there's the back. And then I also got this Sailor Moon Crystal handout, which is super pretty. It's like a little mini poster. And I'll just show you all the Sailor Moon things I bought while we're at it. And let's see. Yes. Okay. And then I got volume 1 and 2 of the short stories of the Sailor Moon manga. I'm so excited to read these because this is the first time they've been released in English, so super, super excited to start reading these. And then I also got, so happy to have these too, the brooch gashapons of the Cosmic Heart Locket and the Crisis Heart Brooch. I only wanted these 2 out of that entire set because I have the official locket for the first season, and I have the makeup powder compact for the R season, so these are the only 2 I just don't have. And what's really nice about these is they do have a mirror inside, and then if you lift up this yellow portion, you could put a little something in there if you wanted to. And the Crisis Heart Brooch does have the same setup. If I can get it. Same mirror. And the inside there. So those are my Sailor Moon things, and let's see what else. Seriously guys, I had to write this down because I kept forgetting things. Then after that, I did get to go to the official Sailor Moon gathering, and I got to see from a friend's post that there were over 300 something of us, which is amazing. And so seeing so many Sailor Moon cosplayers was awesome, and getting to talk to a lot of people was really cool. I guess there was a second gathering that happened that I missed, which I was kind of sad about, but I got to actually, while that was going on, I was doing something I think was a little bit more cool. So what I got to do was I went to South Hall just roaming around seeing if I would get photos and whatnot, and I ran into a group of Sailor Moon cosplayers from Japan, and they looked amazing, and they liked my cosplay, and we just started talking and stuff, and then next thing you know, we're surrounded by like hundreds of people taking photos, and it was crazy. And then there were other cosplayers that joined, and we were in South Hall in the same spot for over 2 hours taking photos. It was insanity in the best possible way. And one of their boyfriends or husbands, I can't remember, he kept stepping in and was like, okay, they need a break, like on the count of 5, like that's it, you know. And like we did that a couple times because our faces would hurt from smiling. We're like, we just need to breathe and relax for like 5 minutes, please, you know. Like, it was crazy. I've never experienced that before, but it was really cool getting to meet different Sailor Moon cosplayers, and there were outer senshi that joined, and it was so cool. We almost had a full group. It was so real. It was just really neat. And so that was probably like the highlight of my entire convention, was just meeting other Sailor Moon cosplayers, especially from Japan, because they looked amazing, and I love meeting Japanese cosplayers. Like, it's just, they're on, like, I aspire to be on their level because they always look amazing. And yeah. Alright, and then after I kind of was like, okay, I need a break from South Hall, because then after they had to go, I was getting tons of pictures myself. Later, I finally got to meet D-Pity after we've been mutually following each other for a while, so I'm actually going to be in his Kakashi video. So when he uploads that, I'll link you guys to that. So that was cool getting to meet him. And then I'm also going to be in some sort of a cosplay movie. I'm not exactly sure the entire plot or anything, but basically I killed a Titan from like Attack on Titan. I don't really know the whole preface of the movie or anything, but they're like, hey, would you mind doing this thing and being in this movie and blah blah blah. So I was like, sounds cool. So when I find links to that as well, I'll let you guys know. And yeah, it was just such an amazing day. I was exhausted, but it was just such a good, like, nothing went wrong that day. Everything was just pretty much perfect. So that was really, really good day. And then alright, and then day 4, I got a lot of pictures too, because I was Sailor Moon again, and it was really cool because I went over to the display at the Toei Animation booth where they had like Sailor Moon crystal stuff and figures, and I started posing over there for pictures, so I got a lot of photos, and that was kind of cool. And it was a really good day. And then it was good up until the point I had to leave con because I had to do a special thing, which I'm not sure if I can talk about it right now, so I'm not gonna say, but I had to leave to go do something, and the day was great up until that point, and that went fine and everything. And then when I had to leave doing the thing, like, things just went crazy because stuff just ended up running late, and so I had to literally pretty much run from the convention center to my hotel, which is like half a mile away. Because I couldn't wait for the shuttle and stuff, because I had a shuttle waiting to take me to the airport to come home, and it was just crazy. And I could go into detail, but it just went really bad, and I wasn't treated well by hotel staff, and I ended up going, just to give you guys an idea of how crazy it was, I ended up going to LAX as Sailor Moon. I almost had to try and get on the plane as Sailor Moon. It was just, anyways, but yeah, so I ended up getting to change once I got to the airport, thank God, because certain parts of Sailor Moon I know won't go through TSA. So, but yeah, no, overall I would say X was awesome. It was a really crazy fun experience, you know, some not so good things, some awesome things. I definitely learned a lot because this was my first convention outside of Vegas, first big convention. Over 85,000 people attended. I can't even, like, that's hard to fathom that number, you know? But yeah, it was just, it was awesome. It really was. And I think if I had to do it again, I wouldn't go all 4 days. I would just go 2 days, probably the Friday and the Saturday, because I noticed that's when I had the most amount of fun / most things were going on. And so I definitely think I would only need to go the couple days instead of all 4. Or technically 5 if you count day 0. But yeah, so I'll just show you a couple other things I got from the convention real quick. I got a Sentai Filmworks lanyard. I had to scream and say I love Sentai and stuff like that so I could get it. It's kind of interesting. It shows like different like things like representative of like animes and whatnot. And let's see, what else did I get? Anything? I have a bazillion business cards, but I also got this Anime Expo tank top. Woohoo! Yeah, so I think that's all I needed to tell you guys about that I had on my list. Again, I'm still waiting on photos, still searching for photos. I find things daily, so I'm sure it's going to be a while before I find most everything. But when photos are up, I will add a link to this video and stuff, so stay tuned to my other social media. I've been posting some pictures and things on Instagram. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you said hi to me at Anime Expo, thank you so much. It was awesome to meet you guys. I got to meet quite a few online followers, which was great because I talk to you guys all the time, so to be able to put a face to the name and, you know, actually get to like interact face to face is really awesome. So yeah, this has actually been my last convention for the rest of the year, most likely. I was supposed to be at EVO this current weekend, but I'm still sick with con plague that I got from AX, so I was like, I don't need to be in costume wandering around and whatnot. But yeah, so unless Vegas gets their stuff together and announces dates for cons and stuff, tentatively no more conventions for the rest of the year. I have some events where I'll be in cosplay and whatnot, but that's it for cons, unless something pops up, who knows. But I will have time to be filming more videos. Definitely an upcoming video will be a resin casting tutorial, because recently with all my Starfire stuff I've gotten requested to do that, so definitely I will be doing that very soon. Let me know if you want to see any other types of videos I haven't done before, or if there's more videos of something I've done you guys want to see, just let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!